Welcome to this one video. This is going to be a good video. I'm going to record multiple videos when it comes to pillars or something and foundations or something. So this is something that I was having a conversation with one of the people. The previous video that I recorded was the mobile shop experience. So we went to buy a phone and I had zero knowledge in the whole world of phone like from past couple of years. So it's like I'm no good in there. So I was like, okay, I want to reach out to someone who has got better experience than me, better knowledge than me, so that that person can guide me. So I like rang a phone and it's like, this is the budget I've got, this is the feature, this is the reviews, this is for the user I want to buy this phone, and can you suggest me a couple of phones because I have got zero idea in this one. So that person gave me a phone. So like, first you could just go for this one phone, expensive amount of phone, expensive phone. In this market, just go for this phone. This budget it's the great phone that's going to do the job for you. So based on that person worked like a mentor for me yesterday. So that kind of inspired me to make this one video where I'm going to talk about the 8 pillars of a cool mentor, and these qualities are going to be your qualities as well. This is something that you have got within you. Yes, you. So that's the title of this one video. So thank you so much for joining in. Welcome to this video. Let's go talk about this one. Now, a mentor is someone who, generally the typical definition of a mentor from my perspective, is someone who is there to guide you. Cool, who is here to help you out. And we are going to talk about 8 different things, which probably this video might be for like 10 minutes or maybe 20 minutes. So I don't know. But then let's go with the flow and see how great of a video is going to be. Now, if you are a mentor, which I know that you are a mentor, we are all mentors in you. We are there to help and support, and we are interdependent, right? So that's what mentorship comes into picture. You might not necessarily be a coach. Coaching is a skill, but mentors are someone who can guide and help people. So the first point that we are going to talk about is we have got always are with more knowledge. Cool. So now when there are two things. So the second point that we're going to discuss is always are with more experience. Cool. So we are going to talk about these 2 points together. So more knowledge and more experience. This is theoretical knowledge. This is not yet applied or implemented. Theoretical knowledge, book knowledge. Experience is on the other hand, you have lived it. This is not someone else's experience. This is your experience. This is, if I suggest you something, helps you implement that. That is an experience. Cool. When it comes to knowledge has got again 2 roots to it: theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge, experienced knowledge. Now, if you go deep down into that thing and you start studying that, it comes in more on the lines of you have knowledge. Cool. I have got knowledge. I have not tested it myself. If I would have tested it, it would have been my experience. So if I don't tested it out, I am testing it on you, for example. When I'm testing it on you, you're getting XYZ result. That is a practical knowledge. Cool. So the knowledge has got 2 segments. Experience has got like just 1 segment to it. So a mentor always has got more knowledge in something, has got more experience in something. Now, yesterday when I called the other person, like I say, I need your assistance and help and guidance in this. So do you got more knowledge? Now, when I say knowledge and experience, these are 2 different things. When I say more knowledge and more experience, that has to do completely with me. Do you have more knowledge than me? Do you have more experience than me? If yes, you are in a better position to guide me. If you've got like equivalent knowledge, so you are exactly where I am. So when I'm asking you something, you might say something that's something that if I'm asking you something and the answer that you give me is going to be equivalent. It's like, it's going to nullify. It's like I'm just bouncing off my own ideas to me. So that's not going to benefit me a lot of this. So always having more knowledge. When we say even about more knowledge, if you want to go dive deep into this concept, more knowledge, you can also think about it in this way. Okay, more knowledge you don't have to be 1,000 steps ahead than me. You don't have to be like 10 years ahead than me. Even if you're just 1 step ahead than me, that's more knowledge and more experience. Because now you have learned something, a chapter more than me. You are 1 chapter ahead than me in algebra. So you've got more knowledge, plus you've been doing the sums of algebra as well. So that's an experience. So you've got more knowledge and you've got more experience. So now you become in a better position. You are in a better position to help me and guide me to the chapter before that I'm to you. Cool. Makes sense, right? So there's like 2 points that we spoke about. Then we talk about the next thing. We are going to talk about, I think this is going to be clubbed points. So this 1 and 2 were clubbed. 3rd and 4 is also going to be a clubbed one. So there is one concept of walking the walk. Cool. And there is talking the walk. Now, talking the walk. This is something that I've perspective. Cool. Now, Again, it has to do, again, with knowledge and experience. Again, we are going to derive that into different perspectives of you. When we talk about walk the walk or walk the talk, in this context, what happens is I need to be doing what I'm suggesting you, what I'm helping you out with, what I'm benefiting you with, what I'm recommending you. So I need to be doing it. If I'm not recording videos, I am in no position to help you out and assisting you and making you record a video. Just for example. So if I'm not doing it, I'm not in a moral authority, is what the people say. I'm not in a moral authority to help you or guide you. I think I do not agree with that. You know why? Because if I'm not doing it, it may not have to, you may not do it. I've got knowledge here. Cool, I've got knowledge. I may not have experience. So when I'm walking the walk, I'm recording the videos, I'm suggesting you to record the videos. That's great. But also when we talk about the fourth point, talking the walk, where you might not have an experience, but you know that if you apply this one perspective that I've got, this one strategy that I've got is going to work for you. It's somehow does not work for me. So the point being, you may not be practicing what you're preaching, cool, but you know that what you are going to say is going to benefit that person. Why hold the knowledge and experience with you? That's the perspective. It's like walk the walk, and you're walking the walk, you're talking the walk, and you're talking the walk, you're walking the talk. So there are multiple ways of doing it. Cool. So the point there I'm going to drive into these 2 points, the third and fourth, was even if you've got no experience, you can go out and help people because you know that's going to work for them. You are struggling with yourself. You are having your own struggles and battles and fears to fight with. Just because you are a different person, I am a different person. There are 1,000 things that I shared with you that I might not be practicing. Just because I am battling my own, I'm into my own journey. There are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of things that I say that I don't do. You know why? Because it might help you for the moment. You may already have fought the battles that I am currently fighting, but the knowledge that you need at the moment and the knowledge that I've got, they may differ. But then if I suggest you to do something, and when you do it, you might go like 5 steps ahead than me. I've got no problem with that. When I fight my own battles, when I come out of that own comfort zone and fears, I may be as equivalent to you. So there is no superiority or inferiority in helping people out. It's like, you've got knowledge, people need that, go suggest to them, go help them. That's the coolest thing. That's something that I've kind of learned over a period of an experience, not just by talking to you or sharing this with you, but then there's something that I've learned with experience. Like generally people talk like, you should be doing what you are suggesting. That might not be necessary at some point in time. That's when you are experienced, and then you're suggesting, when you're mentoring people or when you're coaching, that's a different feel altogether. But it so sometimes happens that you've got knowledge, you hold it with yourself, and just because you're having the knowledge and you're not doing it, and other person is asking you something, you're not giving it out. Just because you think in some ways like, okay, I'm not doing it, I shouldn't say that person is like, I'm not in moral authority, but you think that person needs what you've got within you. Like even if you're not practicing, go help people, benefit people, mentor people out. Cool. The fifth is going to be one of the things that I've always struggled with, accessibility. So the other day I called that person, 3 rings, 4th ring, that person picked up the phone. There are a lot of people that just, I message them, they reach out to me. Just like that. And when people want to I'm going to say something cool about me, where people want to reach out to me, I take time to respond, because of whatever reason, I take some time to respond. This is something that I have to work on myself, where when people want to reach out to a mentor, now that you are a mentor, when people want to reach out to you, you need to be easily accessible. If you are not easily accessible, they are going to go to the second best, or third best, or fourth best, or even the worst in your whole domain, but they are more accessible than you. So who do you think is going to benefit them? Who do you think they're going to make more money and is compared to that whole prospect? So you need to be accessible. Mentors has to be accessible. This is something that I have learned with my own negative experiences or bad experiences, where people wants to reach to Fazil, but then Fazil is not having that time to give out. And over a period of an experience, I realized like when someone is reaching out to you, Fazil, you need to respect that, because they have not went to 1,000 other people who've got better knowledge than you. They have reached out to you. So you need to be respecting that and going back and helping them. You need to be accessible. That's one of the core pillars that I think is going to be an important and like a core pillar of the whole mentor-student process. Sixth is where he is or she is got your back. So when I want anything, when it comes to accessories or when it comes to the gadgets, like say power bank, mobile phone, charger, the Saregama, and laptops and laptop power banks, and anything when it comes to gadgets, you know here. Anything that comes to gadgets, that person is just one call away. Like I just call that one person and I want this thing, this is my budget. Okay, this is what I want. Where can I find? Do you sell it or do you don't sell it? Or do I have to go like, can you suggest me places? Can you suggest me everything? Because I've got like zero knowledge over here, zero idea. Can you suggest me? So that person has always got my back. So as mentor, we always have to have, like someone asks you something for a reason. Cool. They don't have that game plan. They don't have that game plan. They don't have that guidance. They need the direction. That's why they kind of call you. They kind of message you. You fix up a time and a date and a time of the whole day. Like when can you reach back to people when they message you, when they're reaching out to you. So always have people's back. Point number 6. The point number 7 we are going to talk about is going to be on point game plan and guidance. You have to be, since you've got already more knowledge and experience. That was the first point that we spoke about. The third and fourth point we spoke about, like walking the talk, talking the walk. That will help you pick up because now you're an expert. You are experienced, you're skillful, you've got that knowledge. The seventh one is your game plan has to be on point. Okay, like when something that I've been learning with my experience is when someone asks me a haywire question, like, okay, can I do this? And like, hey, you can do that. Can you do this? You can do that. But when someone asks me, it's like, Fazal, I'm going to get this XYZ amount of income and in this amount of time. Can you do that? I was like, see, you can do that, but are you willing to do it? Because I've got a game plan for you. When someone asks you a laser pointed question, you can give them that laser pointed answer. Just like I have called that person, like, this is the budget. Okay? I cannot go beyond this budget. I have no money. This is the budget. I need something within the budget. The best one inside this budget. On point guidance, on point game plan. Okay, I want to learn a specific font in calligraphy. Can you teach me that? If yes, then teach me that. Give me like how many days will it take? How much time do you have to be allotting? How much time I have to be allotting on a daily basis? How much time? What are the specific results I'm going to get on a daily basis? What are the tangible results I'm going to get on a daily basis? What are the weekly results? What are the monthly results I'm going to get on a daily basis? So you're giving on point game plan and guys, you do this for like 30 days. You follow the game plan. You have the rules of engagement. You set the context. These are the results. This is something that you're going to achieve. If you don't achieve, get back to me. I'm going to take you forward as well, because you're going to make 1,000 mistakes when you're doing things. When you're doing things and you're making mistakes, they come to me, I'm going to guide you in a different way altogether. So you have to be on point with the game plan and the guidance. So this comes with experience as well as knowledge. Cool. Now, 8th one is you have to blindly trust. That's one of the more fundamental principles. If you see, this is like the pyramid example that I always give. All 8 points, point 1 starts on the top, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goes all the way to the bottom. Cool. 8th point is the last one. Now, last point is going to be one of the most important points, because if you take the fundamental out, the last point out, everything falls apart. So something that I've also learned from the person that I was coaching. Now she said, Fazal, one of the things about mentor and a student, it has to be like, Fazal, I have to trust you. There will be times where what you're saying, I might not be able to understand. There may be times when you're suggesting me to do something where I have to just trust the process and just follow your lead. Because you come with knowledge and you come with experience. Not just knowledge, you come with more knowledge and you come with more experience. As you just shut the eyes and just keep on walking. You just have to blindly trust your mentor and coach, because they have got a little bit more knowledge than what you have already existed, what you're already having. Cool. So you need to be trusting them blindly at some point. You may not understand what you have to do or why you're doing it. You have to trust them. So I'm not asking you to trust me, but then trusting in your mentors generally helps you move forward. Like the other day, again, I'm going to point you to the direction. I'm pointing you to the direction where I have kind of learned this from yesterday's call, where that person gave me just one phone. So like, Fazal, don't go for any other phone than just this one phone. I'm not going to name the phone for you. I'm not going to say what the budget is. You have to reach out to me. Like, you reach out to me, I'm going to see that. Now, not even as a comment section, you need to be reaching out through the community so that you become a member and you've got the privilege within the community. Anyways, so when I called him, it's like, this is the budget. This is what is the best phone. Like, he just said one phone, nothing else. And I just blindly trust that person. Like, I don't even want to see other things, because you've got more knowledge than me, you've got more experience than me, you're living what you're doing. I've got zero idea with what I'm doing. I just have to trust you blindly. If you cannot trust your own mentors and coaches, there's going to be problem. If you cannot rely on them, there's going to be problem. So it goes, and again, we are going to talk about a little bit more on this one. You are an individual, they are an individual. Something that they say, you might not like it. Something that they're doing, you might not like it. You might not agree to it. There may not be an alignment. But you don't have to do 100% of what a mentor is saying to you. Cool? That's where this trust factor comes into picture. You may or may not take that action. You may take a completely different phone altogether. It's your choice to make. It's your decision to make. But at some point, you may be trusting them blindly. Some point you may disagree. I don't think that's a good phone because I have my own experience of that phone. That brand is a pathetic brand. I may not go for that one. Can you suggest something else to me? We can go in this direction as well. I trust you, I trust your decisions, but that phone, I don't want it. That brand you suggested, I've got bad experience with it. I just don't want to go with it. So like, can you suggest me something else? So you can stand with your own point, with your own experience. That's great. You have to always do that, because there was this one interview my brother heard. I don't know exactly which person he heard from that interview, where you agree to my say there are 10 points that have been shared. Cool. If you agree to my 6 points, great. Okay, there is an alignment. If you agree to all my 10 points, you need a psychologist. Think about it. You need not have to agree to everything that Fazal has to say. You are different, I'm different. You will resonate me with 20% of what I say, 30% of what I say, maybe 50%, 50% of what I say. You've got your own experiences, you've got your own personality, you've got your own mindset and thought process. They may differ. But some points I might benefit with you, some points you might benefit from me, some points we may align. There's no 100% alignment because we do different things. These finger points don't even match themselves. How can you match me? How can I match you? That's the thing of it. Cool. Not finger points, the fingers. The fingers. They are not even. My own fingers are not of the right size. How can we align when it comes to personality? School, but trusting them on a lot of bases. So these are the 8 pillars. With my perspective, are the pillars of a mentor. Cool. I don't know about the student. We are going to talk about students in different videos. But then these are what I felt is going to be pillars of a mentor. If we can, not just you, if even this is a reminder to myself as well, if we can have these 8 things, pillars, as the fundamental way of what we are doing, mentoring. Now, if someone asks you, okay, I need to go to that particular school, can you guide me? That's you being the mentor and they don't have the knowledge. You just guide them. That's guidance. You're just helping people out. I want to go to that restaurant. I don't know where. I'm kind of lost in this area, but that's 10 kilometers away. Can you just direct me to that direction? If you've got knowledge, that means you've got more knowledge. You've got more experience. Can you take this route? There are some places that you haven't been to that place. Someone asks you for the direction. Do you stop saying that to them? No, you're I haven't been to that place, but you can take this route, that street, that district, blah, 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 and you can reach that place. So that's being the mentor of it. Cool. There are 1,000 more examples that I can drive you with. Just think about the examples where you were always a mentor to other people. What are those things? You just bring that into picture and you can resonate with all these points. Not all these points, some of these points. Cool. Thanks so much for making this video. Me and the topic of Power of Academy, peace and blessings be upon you and your loved ones. I am going to see you in another exciting video. Thank you so much. See you there.